Let us now study about joints. What are the joints? The place where two or more bones join. We call them the joints. Ends of bones forming a joint is lined with a layer of tough and elastic tissue which we call as the cartilage. Bones are joined by tough flexible bands of elastic tissue which we call as the ligaments, and the cartilage helps to reduce the friction between bones during the movement. So let us learn about the different types of joints. Firstly, the fixed joints. These are the joints that do not allow any movement between the bones. For example, the bones of the skull except the lower jaw. They are all bones, they are interlocked with each other and held together by fibrous cartilage which do not allow any movement. Only the lower jaw, it is the exception, which moves. While we eat, while we speak, the lower jaw moves. Other than this, in the skull, no bone can move. The next are the slightly movable joints. These joints, they allow very little movement due to the presence of a pad of flexible cartilage between their ends. For example, the joints that are present between adjacent vertebrae. Adjacent vertebrae means the vertebrae which are joining together. And in the backbone, they allow only slight movement, and this kind of joint, they provide more support to our body. So our spine, it consists of these joints. They provide support to our body and help our body to stand upright. Next are the ball and socket joint. It comes under the category of freely movable joints. Now we are studying the freely movable joint. In this type of joint, the ball-shaped end of one bone fits into the hollow cup-shaped socket of the other bone. And this joint, it allows the maximum movement in all the directions. The joint of shoulder and the hip, they are the examples of ball and socket joint in a body. They allow maximum movement. Next are the hinge joint. The hinge joint, it is like the hinges in a door. We have hinge joints in our elbows, fingers, knees and toes. They allow movements of bones only in one direction, that is up and down or back and forth movement. So they allow movement only in one direction. Either it is up and down or it is back and forth movement. But this, it also helps us a lot in movement. Next are the pivot joint. The joint where our neck joins the head. That is called as the pivot joint. It allows us to bend our head forward and backward and turn the head to our right or our left. So with the help of this pivot joint, we can move our neck because our neck joins the head with the help of this pivot joint, and it helps in the movement of the neck or bending of the head forward, backward and left and right. The next come the gliding joint. The gliding joint, this kind of joint, it allows the bones to glide over each other and hence it provides little movement in all the directions. So here the bones, they glide over each other, providing little movement in all the directions, we can say. So gliding joints, they are found between the wrist of our hands and carpals and between the ankles and the tarsals.